All right, we should be able to break the horns in a second. There we go. Horns are done. Let's move to the tail.
What's going on, everyone? Xploit here. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, before we get started on this video, if you want to support me as a creator, my creator code is PredaXploit, so please use that in the shop before you buy anything in the game. What's going on, guys? So this part breaking build is going to be for parts that are difficult to hit. The repeaters, obviously, you can point and shoot. So if you equip it with the right mods to break parts, it is one of the easiest, one of the fastest ways to break parts. All right, guys, so this is the famous repeater part breaking build. It is specifically used for behemoths that are really hard to hit, like Koshai's tail, Riftstalker's tail, and specifically, most importantly, Shroud. He is very hard to hit. So if you want an easy part break build, use the repeaters for this specific reason. Now let's go over the build. So for this build, guys, I'm going Austrian repeaters. It's only a 442. I gotta level it up to 500, obviously, but I'm using for now Blizzard's barrel. It's the highest ranking one I have. You obviously want to use the elemental thing for that specific behemoth to do the most damage. We are using full bore chamber. Now this is the best one you can use because it fires a straight line through the entire behemoth, so you can break or start breaking down multiple parts at once. Okay, we're going to use the captain's grip to increase the buff, granting 20% increased attack speed for 15 seconds. This build is all about attack speed. Okay, it's about attack speed and shooting just far away enough from the behemoth so that we still get the red reticle, we still get the critical strikes from the repeaters, but we are also using a predator mod, so we really don't want to be hit. Okay, but let's continue on with the repeaters. We are not using precision sights. We are using extraction catalyst to reduce both ability cooldowns by 2 seconds when dodging through behemoth attacks. So that's another thing that this build is going to use, the dodging mechanism through behemoth's attacks, because it takes part with blade storm as well as the other part break in sharpened, and I'll explain those two in a second. For our mod, we're using the Serum Prism. It's the best one. I still got to level it up a little bit more. I haven't been using the repeaters that much, but a lot of people say Serum Prism is the best, and I have to agree. So our mods are going to be +3 Predator Cell and a +3 Evasion Cell. Now this is pretty key to the build because, again, we want to dodge through Behemoth's attack, and this allows us to be invincible when dodging for an increased amount of time. Specifically, 21% window increase through our dodges. So one thing I want to talk about is this build doesn't have to be all +6s. It's great for any level Slayer. So I know I have all +10s, so let's just go through it. Draft Scale Helmet, we have a +3 Sharpened mod, as well as +3 Etheric Attunement. I'll explain all these in a second. Shell of the Swarm, we have a +3 Blade Storm and another +3 Blade Storm cell that we added on. This is a great piece for breaking parts. Next up, Draft Scale Gauntlets, a lot of Drask armor, guys. We have +3 Sharpened, as well as a +3 Conduit cell. And Stride of Thorns, we have a +3 Predator that comes with the gear, as well as a +3 Etheric Attunement cell. Now we're using a combination of Conduit and Etheric Attunement because our Lantern is finally not going to be the Drask Eye. We're using Embermane's Rapture. We are going for the 30% faster attack speed for 8 seconds. You can use the Drask one for 30% increase in damage, but we're all about attack speed on this build. So we're going to have this as well as another +3 Conduit cell. So let's talk about all the perks for this awesome build. We have +6 Etheric Attunement, +50% Lantern charge from attacks. So again, our Lantern is Embermane's Rapture, so we're going to be able to use the Lantern for that increase in attack speed more often with this mod. Next up, our first part breaking mod, we have +6 Blade Storm. It has a +40 part damage, as well as after dodging through an attack, which is what we talked about, your next attack deals +400 part damage. So if you're able to dodge attacks using this build, guys, you are on your way to breaking every single part of the behemoth. We have a +6 Conduit. After using your Lantern's hold ability, grant another 25% attack speed to all Slayers for 8 seconds. Next up, we have a mod that a lot of people don't use because they're afraid that they might get hit in that 15-second window. It's a pretty large window, but using the repeaters, Predator is a must. It's a really good mod to have, especially if you have evasion and it's just easier to dodge using the repeaters. So we have, after not taking damage for 15 seconds, we are dealing 35% damage. Bonus is lost when hit, so don't get hit. Next up, we have our second part damage or part break mod in Sharpened. This and this must go together if you want the best part breaking build, guys. Again, I think Sharpened is slightly better than Blade Storm because it has percentages wise. This is a plus 30 part damage increase, as well as after dodging through an attack, again, your next attack deals 100% part damage. So with this and this, dodging through behemoths, we're gonna do a lot of damage, a lot of part breaking damage, which is yellow, is what we want to see. So remember, yellow is what we want to see. Okay, and then again, plus 3 evasion for that invulnerability window when dodging, which helps out a lot. For our tonics, guys, we are going to be using Blitz Tonic for even more attack speed for 60 seconds, depending on how much health is lost. We have a Frenzy Tonic, which grants 15% increased damage for 60 seconds, and 30 if the behemoth is enraged. And lastly, Inspiring Pylon, 25% increased damage even further, as well as empowers all slayers around you for 45 seconds. This is really good to have with repeaters because you do not have to have the behemoth in the pylon. You can just sit in the pylon and shoot the behemoth from a little bit far away. This helps out the Predator mod, okay, allowing you not to get hit and also increasing your damage from far away. All right, guys, let me show you what this build does. Pretty solid, it's pretty nice. Hopefully people don't leave your game if you have repeaters. It's been happening a lot. But hey, you can just go into a solo hunt and do it even quicker. So if you want to do that, feel free. I would actually recommend going into a group hunt because it allows you to keep Predator up even more if you have someone that takes aggro and you're just able to sit in your pylon with all your mods active and just go to town on the behemoth. So again, guys, with this part breaking build, we don't care about hunt time. Obviously, we want to break the parts as quickly as possible, but we're not worried about slaying the behemoth. We're worried about breaking the parts. So for Koshai, I probably should have bought or brought the salvo chamber. He's really easy to boop when he's in the air, but we're just going to go with full-born and see what happens. So let's actually put a pylon right here. So he would be boopable like first go. So see, we can hit him from here and it's fine. Right there, I would have booped him. Whatever. We just did 1,000 after that dodge. I don't know how I got hit there. We got to keep Predator up, so I'll remember not to get hit. All right, hit the tail, baby. I love this build, guys. I'm telling you, so easy to hit the body part that you want to hit. Just 200s all around there, being in the pylon. I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing, Koshai? I'm fine with it. Okay. Listen, I'm cool. Oh! We're fine. There we go. 1,000 from that. So right here, I would boop again. Oh, no. He didn't jump towards us. I thought he was gonna. I want to stay in the pylon. Okay, maybe not. As quickly as... or as often as I can, but I don't think I'll be able to hit him from here. Shoot throughout his whole body from head to tail. Get our tonics back up. Let's try to get the tail. Actually, let's get the horns first. Should be able to break these pretty easily. Gotta keep Predator up or else it's a waste of a mod. That long ass arm, my god. All right, we should be able to break the horns in a second. There we go. Horns are done. Let's move to the tail. This should also go down pretty quick. We did do a lot of damage to the tail. Almost done. Embermane Rapture, added ink. There we go. Tail has been sliced and diced from the Koshai. One of the harder ones to break, so he's crying in pain. GG's, boys. So again, I'm not worried about kill time. I'm just worried about parts, so I'm going to go for the legs now. All right, let's get our buff. There we go. Broke that leg. Let's shoot the other one while we're at it. Rapture's on.
Big increase in attack speed. There we go. The other one's broken. Let's go back left now. There we go. Rapture's on. I can't see a single thing. He left. All right, so that's the first part. We broke 4 pieces. The head, the tail is slashed off, and 2 of the legs, the front legs. So we got to get the back legs. He'll probably grow the horns again, so we can break those again. All right, the head's not back yet, so I'm going to hit the back legs. Might be able to actually break the tip of the tail. That's a part as well, right? The point of this build is not to get hit, boys and girls. Okay. Let's break the horns one more time. We should be able to get it. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. We will defeat him as well, obviously. But the biggest thing is breaking all the parts. Let's go. Let's get this tail. There we go. Oh, I didn't get it. I don't think I got it. Well, hey, we broke a lot of stuff. Okay. So we got a good amount of things here. A decent amount of break parts from Koshai. And that's just one of the part break builds that I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a war pike one that's pretty insane, as well as, well, you could use it for swords and war pikes. That'll be later on in the channel. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. Come along, join the X fam, join the Discord as well. It's in the description below. We're having our tournament tomorrow. When I get back from work, I will post a update whenever I'm back, and we'll get it started. We need our 2nd champion of Dauntless Trials Tournament. It's going to be announced tomorrow. I have my pick. I know who it's going to be. Who's going to be your pick? I'm going to release the bracket first thing tomorrow. I want to see you guys in there. It's still 2nd part of the St. Jude's charity stream, so come along. Let's have some fun. I'll see you there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.